Downtown Sioux Falls is growing by the day, most recently with the addition of Jacobson Plaza near the Levitt at the Falls. And a block west of the Levitt, you'll find one of the city's most historic buildings, which is currently home to arts and event spaces. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Travis Fossing tells us why the former Museum of Visual Materials opted to change its name and what's now being created at Mosaic Arts and Events.
Teddy Travis is among the 15 kids taking a watercolor landscapes class at Mosaic Arts and Events, and he has a vision.
Lake scene, I guess, with a little dock, kind of like Bob Ross.
The 11-year-old enjoys many art forms.
I like drawing with oil pastels a lot. They're my favorite. They're not quite crayons, but they're not quite anything else too.
Today, armed with a watercolor brush, Travis can't wait to see the finished products.
I like how in the end, like there's a bunch of different things in the end, like how everybody ends up, their drawings end up different, and it's kind of nice.
The watercolor class is one of many offered each week at Mosaic, which caters to both children and adults.
We do wood sculptures, hot gluing scrap pieces of wood, how-to drawings and paintings.
Anna Huddleston is the education director.
Probably one of the favorites is the air dry clay. The students can create whatever they want and then we paint them and it's a nice sculpture.
She's been with Mosaic for more than a decade and says the goal of any class, especially with kids, is for the students to walk into a space where they feel inspired to create.
There's no wrong way to do art just as long as they're good listeners and have a willingness to try new things.
The classes take place inside a brick and quartzite building originally built in 1887. After sitting empty for a number of years, it was purchased in 2005 and renovated and became the Museum of Visual Materials. 10 months ago, the space was rebranded as Mosaic Arts and Events.
The name Museum of Visual Materials was very confusing because we weren't a museum. We didn't have things on display anymore for people to look at or interact with.
Deanna Parker is the executive director and says elements of the building inspired the new name.
Wood floor, rock walls of varying different kinds, brick, quartzite. So it all comes together like a mosaic to make a beautiful picture, and then we thought that was appropriate for our services as well.
When Mosaic isn't hosting art classes, it's home to weddings and other events showing off its history.
Our walls are very unique, our space is very unique, so if you want that kind of historic building unique feel that's going to be very different from having it at a place that's more generic, then we can definitely offer that a unique experience.
Mosaic prides itself on being a space for people to celebrate and create, and does so as a nonprofit.
So we're very fortunate to have a lot of good community support, and then also our events go straight back into our mission. And so we really appreciate when we get a lot of event bookings and stuff here because you're supporting more than just a venue.
You can also help Mosaic fulfill its mission with a donation of craft supplies.
We go through a lot of paint. Things like acrylic paint, washable paint. We also go through a lot of canvases, clay, things like that. We accept basically any kind of gently used art supply. So if you have a whole bunch of markers or crayons, we'd love to take that.
All in an effort to help keep the arts alive and well in downtown Sioux Falls.
We would love to continue to grow our art program. We added a lot more adult evening classes within the last year, and those have been really popular. We also received some grant funding from the South Dakota Arts Council for pottery, and our pottery classes have been really, really successful as well. So we'd love to continue to grow those.
I do really enjoy the aspect that we strive to have affordable classes for everybody, all ages, and all types of abilities.
And Travis will keep coming back for more.
There's a variety of different projects each time, and I don't know what it's going to be.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Travis Fossing.
If you'd like to sign up for an art class, book an event, or make a donation at Mosaic, we've provided links under this story on KELOLAND.com.